Horde is a cheap little $10 game on Steam. With $5 worth of DLC bringing the price to $15, it's going to have to bring the heat to be considered good for such a small game. In Horde, you play as a dragon, color being your only customization choice, and you terrorize the countryside. It has several game modes, but most of them boil down to being roughly the same thing. You have a home base and plenty of towns, farms, and other places to burn down and steal their treasure with your fire breath. Bring what you can carry back to your horde, and at certain benchmarks you can upgrade your stats. Armor, power, speed, and carrying capacity will decide what sort of dragon you are. Armor is the only thing that changes your looks, as it adds scales to your wings and a few other decorations. Princess carriages will roll by on the road, and you can take them to your horde to be ransomed after X amount of time. Knights will try to stop you, but the extra gold is always worth the time spent. And that's what's always on your mind when you're playing Horde. Time. You have 10 minutes to gather as much gold as you can and try to get that gold medal at the end. For the most part, these are not too difficult to do, but some of the later levels are borderline impossible. In Princess Rush mode, you have to be the first dragon to ransom 15 princesses. Easy enough, but your rating is judged on time spent doing this rather than any sort of skill or other things. Horde mode leaves you with no base to sit and heal on, so you have to survive as long as you can. You get medals and achievements based on how long you survive, and capturing princesses is the only way to heal yourself. You grow powerful based solely on time spent benchmarks, and the treasure adds to your time at the end. Too bad this mode is not only fucking impossible, but turns into a clusterfuck of you running and gunning after the 3-minute mark. I never got a single gold medal here, much less even silver. Some of the maps want you to survive upward of 20 minutes. Even in my very best run, I got nowhere near that. The obstacles present in all the game modes are pretty consistent. Castles produce powerful knights which need to be dealt with, and dealt with again, and dealt with again. Towns will produce thieves which will steal from your horde and reset your bonus multiplier if you're not careful. One reset is enough to lose your gold ranking in most games, so you have to keep a seriously close eye on your horde. They also produce archers, whom in great numbers can easily shoot you out of the sky also, some dragon you turned out to be. But they do also produce tribute carts. If you bully a town enough, it will send gold directly to your horde as tribute, as long as other dragons don't burn it down themselves for a quick chunk of change, which happens more often than not. Wizard towers will one-shot you. Period. But if you manage to kill one, it will drop a very valuable gem, which makes you as slow as a turtle and an easy target for just about anybody to kill and take the jewel for themselves. Enemy Dragon AI has only 2 modes: follow you around and keep you from getting a gold medal mode, and dirt stupid barely trying mode. There's no way to adjust your enemy AI difficulty or behavior. Horde's achievements are, in a word, excessive. There are over 100 of them, and about 20% can only be obtained in multiplayer, which, guess what, the game does not actively support. There is no matchmaking system here. You need a friend on your Steam account with the game and the same DLCs that you have in order to get these. I gave up after a while, as most of them are too grindy, too far-fetched, or not worth obtaining. I thought I would get as many as I could to show off for this review, but it basically just turned into a chore, and the game isn't fun enough to warrant that much playtime. Horde is interesting for the first couple of hours, don't get me wrong, but its weird design choices wear on you after a while. There's no story, no campaign, no choice of dragon breeds, no local multiplayer support, no nothing. There's just not enough game here for me to recommend it. Even hardcore dragon and fantasy lovers will be hard-pressed to like this game since it gets so much right, and yet it gets so much more absolutely wrong. Your dragon is too weak, your enemy dragons are too stupid, The gold medal bars are too high to reach, and the complete lack of matchmaking makes a big chunk of the achievements all but impossible to obtain without just buying the game for a friend and asking them to come farm with you. Just avoid this one. It looks cool, and it is cool for a short time, but it's just not worth it.